The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Rael Evros is his name.
Yeah.
So let's get into like the talking.
Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Out Nerd Stuff. This is one of your hosts, James Orr. That is Clinton Ritchie,
Hello.
and we're going to nerd out with the season 1 end cap of Andor, and we're going to
Recap.
be talking about recap, not end cap. I'm already a little doozy here. No, I'm kidding. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to reflect what we think, what we now know, some of the theories we have. Yeah, man. Pretty happy about the how this show turned out, season 1. I mean, let's just break this down for a moment. Let me take this time to mention that the fact that this is one of the live action Star Wars that doesn't have lightsabers.
Ah,
Well,
Luthen has a retractable lightsaber. Maybe that's what happens whenever it doesn't have the actual kyber crystal in it. Maybe it does have like a little pole that comes out. That's my guess.
let me
And with the
rephrase
kyber
this.
crystal, it makes it fucking glow.
Let me rephrase this. He doesn't. It don't have lightsaber battles. That should get your fancy there, Clinton. So, we see what is that, the 12th, 11th episode where Luthen does have lightsabers in his ship, the
Yeah.
Razor Crest,
Yep. What
which is
fucking
pretty
episode was
epic.
that?
Pretty sure it's episode 11.
I think it was 11, dude. I think you're right on that.
And I haven't. This is fresh. I haven't done any looking at my notes today, so.
Dude,
No.
I found out that kid's name too, dude. Did you see my?
Yeah.
Did you see my message?
Yeah. Wilmon.
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 Yeah, Wilmon.
Okay. Yeah, it's episode 11, dude.
Hell yeah. Good job there,
But
James.
oh no, look at my screen. Okay.
So, watching it again, it's definitely Tim that does the squirrel on his ass. I was wrong about that. Like, I know I felt like it was the other guy, but after rewatching it, it was definitely, definitely fucking Tim. So, I'll agree. Not Jim. Tim.
Yeah, not Jim. He looks like a Jim. I mean, just admit it. He's a Jim looking fool, man.
Dude, honestly, I forgot what he looked like until I rewatched it. I was like, holy fuck.
Look at this motherfucker right
Yeah.
here. He's in this.
Yeah.
How would you like to be?
And I could have sworn she took off her shirt and she was like walking around in her bra for a second, but I rewatched it and that doesn't happen. So I'm fucking completely lost.
Well, somebody has their head in a different episode or two.
Dude,
You know.
she's got some. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
You need to watch them. You need to watch them, Daedra, and
Fuck
get that out of
no,
your system.
gosh. Okay, trying to scare that out of me.
But
Gotcha. Makes more sense.
it's like cold showers and grandmas. Yeah, that'll straighten you up pretty quick, won't it?
Oh. Hey, you know what? Old people need loving too. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. That's right. So, let's go over something that one of my biggest problems is the fact that he starts off in episode 1 looking for a sister from Kenari. Okay, they do a lot of background shit about Kenari.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we know that they had some kind of leak or some kind of ship that had crash landed on that planet for whatever reason, whether they had done an experiment that went wrong, or they had maybe lost crucial power to a stabilization unit or something. But for whatever reason, they crash landed on a ship that appears to be mining other things we never do find out what the other minor excavation place is for, which is kind of like I guess a what the hell moment for me. And then you're having fun with your mic.
Dude, it's Kyle's out there yelling about something, and like I'm trying to
Okay,
make sure it doesn't get picked
trying to
up.
cut it out.
I'm trying to I just had my girlfriend go out there and tell him to shut the fuck up.
But yeah, so we don't ever find out what that excavation is or why that craft was there, even though Marva clearly was there to go on it and explore and check it out.
Marva
And
did
we
it.
never find.
Marva's been a
Yeah.
fucking terrorist from the get go. I'm telling you right now, they did something that made it fucking poisonous. They brought that ship down. They fucking did that. That's why they went and fucking checked it out. And then that's why they knew that there was poison on there, and they knew that they had to get out of there before the Republic got there. That's why Andor also says that he's been in the fight since he was a little kid, because he was fighting the Republic at the time. She's just always been a terrorist, trying to cause fucking problems, in my opinion.
Possibly. But it don't, for all the information we get off the Canary, off the sister, off the ship that crashed, off of Marva's, going through it and finding crap. There's just nothing else told about that, and I really wish that we could have heard or found or learned something else about it. I think that would have been satisfying. Now, once you get past the first few episodes, really, it gets really good. I mean, the first couple of episodes, usually on a new TV show, kind of a new IP, it's always slow. It's hard to get into something, but this show, it just kept me there.
It did. The storyline. Okay, look, you break it down in three little sections, three episodes, pretty much a piece. Other than the prison, which was kind of like 4 episodes. Everything broke down. I rewatched pretty much most of it today. I watched the first 2 arcs. So like I watched where he went, 1 through 3, and then 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah,
right. Like it's supposed to be.
Right before he went to prison is whenever I got off. So I didn't finish the last one, but I was like right there. So in my opinion, it works together really well. If sit down and watch it in little spots like that, and it's so nice. Yeah. The first episode, if anybody remembers what the first episode is, it's where the Andor's there, and then Tim, that's Bix's boyfriend, along with Bix, fucking Marva's there, B2 Emo. You learn about where Andor came from, that he's Canary, and that he was stolen by this fucking chick named Marva, and she's some kind of fucking terrorist, and she puts him in that kind of ways, and then you have to find out what he does afterwards. Of course, he kills people because he was raised by a terrorist, and no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well,
it starts the entire thing. So hold on, give me 1 second. After he kills those 2 guys, everything happens because he killed those 2 guys. He would never been fucking taken to fucking Aldani, because he wouldn't have been on the run. It sparked everything. Just saying. Go ahead, James. Sorry.
If I was gonna say, when he kills the first guard, when he realized he accidentally headbutted him to death,
accidentally,
and then it was in a fight. He wasn't trying to kill him.
That was bullshit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But when he first killed the one he purposely killed, okay, he's like, "Hey man, I'm not even looking at notes." Okay, he just said, "Hey man, when the guard or whatever realizes he's got, when he's outgunned or outmanned, whatever you want to call it."
He looks up. You killed
when he
him.
Realizes that. Yeah, he's like, you fucking killed him, man.
And then he looks down his hand.
And he looks up and he's like, oh. Hey man, come with me. You didn't kill him.
He
He
fell.
fell. It was an accident. I'll go with you. Uh, we were horsing around, and then just something happened. We're good. Boom, and you can tell at that moment in time, right after the shot fired, Andor broke himself. He lost a piece of him right there.
I felt like he
And
didn't even give a shit, dude. I watched it again. I felt like he was just like fucking cold.
oh, he cared.
I know he did care because maybe that was the first time he killed somebody in cold blood. Because afterwards
Yeah.
he left and he
Well,
was
he
never
didn't
the
kill him in
same.
cold blood.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did.
No. Don't you start this shit. He didn't kill him in cold blood. He killed him in self-defense.
No. The other guy
Yep.
had no
Yep.
gun. He had no gun. Yes, he did try and shoot him at first, maybe after he attacked back, but he technically the dude had no gun, and he was sitting there like, "Hey, we can do this way," and then he just fucking shot him.
Mhm.
That's cold blood.
Yeah. Well, it's not cold blood because, I mean, let's face it. It is technically, like, if you put it on paper, it's cold blood.
If he wasn't
Okay.
an asshole, if the dude wasn't such an asshole and tried to do all that to begin with, maybe you'd see differently. What if that was like an
Well,
actual cool police officer trying to take him
yeah.
in? Yeah.
Yeah, so if it was a cool cop, right, and he's like, didn't even fuck with him on the jump, right? So let's just say the guy's like, hey, man, I noticed you've been drinking. Where do you think you're going? Curfew's at 10 o'clock at night, and it's like 11:30. We need to see some identification. And at that point in time, if Andor would have been like, nah, man, I don't got identification, and then the cop was like, hey, man, whoa, and holding a gun. At that point, Andor could have just surrendered, right? But that's not the case. The case is, and yeah, it would have been cold blood, like straight up cold blooded murder. At that point, but that's not the case. The case is they were harassing him because the lady was like, I don't want to fuck with those two ugly dudes. I want to go hang out with this regularly handsome, dark haired stranger that looks, a little exciting. These guys, they'll probably be done in 5 minutes. This guy's going to go a couple rounds, you know what I'm saying? And so she goes over there to him, and so that pisses them off. And it makes them feel like that they're not competent now. They feel incompetent due to their appearance.
Let me ask you this.
So they have to harass him.
Let me ask
and
you
then
this.
that pisses him off.
You got two people that come up to you. You headbutt one, he goes down, and you grab a gun and you shoot the other one.
Okay.
That's a
statement.
Is that cold blood?
Well, when you put it like that, yeah,
that's what happened.
But
that's what happened.
But that's not exactly what happened. There's circumstances that led up to that. He was currently being harassed. He was harassed at the bar, okay, which is like a brothel.
Right. They were throwing their fucking badge around, acting like they could do whatever they wanted
That's
to.
right. So he was harassed at the bar.
That's why that dude got demoted multiple times. Remember, he was like, I went to the academy with him. I know this guy. Well, I didn't go to the academy.
He's trash.
Yeah, he's been demoted since then. Blah blah blah.
So and then he got harassed outside of the brothel, which that's another problem. How you supposed to pay for your shit if you had no credits, you had no money, you had no wallet, you had nothing.
I can't. Every time I watch that part, he even told the people coming in after Cassian, the same shit. No guns or no weapons. No comms, no credits. I was like,
yeah.
Why are people going to a brothel?
Or even a bar.
Or whatever the fuck. They were getting drinks. They were getting drinks at a place.
Are you supposed to pay for it?
Yeah.
Well, if you remember it, and I know we're going down a rabbit hole with this, but if you remember in the Bad Batch, when they're trying to escape, you have to have your credits. It's no longer just credits. Your credits is your form of identity.
Yeah.
And your identity is attached to said credits. Well, we found out later in episode 3 or 4, 2, whatever, that you're not even supposed to have this place there. This establishment is not supposed to be at that part of Morthal. is it Morthal? Morlana 1, sorry.
Yeah.
And so and that's probably why there's no credits, because credits you have to have identification, and if you have identification for this
Oh.
illegal establishment, but still, how do you fucking pay?
Yeah, like what is you gotta bring them
Hey,
back some
bro,
alcohol?
let me Venmo you. Let me just Venmo you, Cash App. You know, like let me hit it, see if I like it, and then if I don't, I just won't pay. You know,
Yep, I agree. I agree.
but uh, but yeah, so I think it wasn't really so much as a cold blooded murder as it was him just trying to defend himself. Because he knows you have two options with this guy. You already know one option's viable because he's been bullying you, fucking with you the whole time you're there. So you know that there's one option that he's gonna wait for his opportunity to kill you. Okay, or disarm you and take you in.
They were
Two,
they were trying
or
to take
you
his
can just pop
300.
him one.
They were going to take his 300 credits and run away, and he killed them over the 300 credits that he said that he had.
He didn't have 300
I
credits.
know. Well, did he?
Or did he? I don't know.
Because he had over 500 credits. He had 700 credits to get the fuck out of town.
Well,
He,
I don't know.
yeah, he wanted
But
to.
they didn't need to get that man's credits. You know, the moral of the story is here: stick to yourself. If you ain't fucking with people, people ain't fucking with you.
Yeah, no. I agree 100%. Those guys were being complete assholes, dude. Don't
They
try and
was.
fucking don't do that. If you get your ass kicked because of that, like that's your fault. I mean, nobody should have died from one headbutt without any blood coming out. Anyway, in my opinion, but shit happens, and we try and look past that in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Let's not forget. And this is such a small, infinitesimal piece of the show. But don't forget about the hog pissing on the droid B2 emo. Remember that?
Yeah,
They run past him and he's all like, and one stops and he's like, "Fuck you, dude," and then hikes his leg and pisses on him. And B2 is like, "Nah, fuck this guy."
it was one of my favorite parts, at least for the droid, because other than that, the only time you see him, he's all fucking sad. You know, Cassian. You know, he never gets to see Cassian. He's always running away. You're gonna be here for me, right? No, he's not. Sorry, Marva, the person that's been watching this whole time, is also gonna die. And then that Brazo dude, I mean, he doesn't really like droids apparently because he didn't take him home the first night, and then tried.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Hey,
But
Brazo's good.
I have
Brazo's a good guy.
I,
Sorry.
I have a little smiley face. Besides that dude the hog gets shot. I know it's silly, but whatever.
Dude, whenever we first watched this and we were talking about his retractable staff, that's the same thing that I was like looking at whenever that picture I showed you. I was like, if this is not a lightsaber, that's that. So I'm wondering, it retracts just like a lightsaber and comes down. Okay, and Disney made a retractable lightsaber that does that. I'm wondering if like they're gonna start saying like that's the inside of a lightsaber, that's what that looks like. It's not just like a beam of light. It's actually like a metal rod that comes up, and the kyber crystal puts the shit around it.
And wouldn't that be wild? The kyber crystal. Okay, so we know from what's that show called? Dang it! Oh, you're muted. Okay, we know from the show. I want to say it's Ezra Bridger. The Rebels. We know from the show Rebels that kyber crystals put off energy, and that ginormous one is what is used in the Death Star to make the Death Star work, which we know that there's numerous numbers of them. Um, so what if the lightsaber, when you click it, right, and it goes, what if, like you said, the metal rod comes out and that the crystal itself is what produces the energy, the heat to give it
Well,
the power.
I do know that like
Obviously, it does. I
I,
mean, that's a proven Star Wars fact.
I don't remember what I think it was
But that'd be pretty cool.
Someone finds a kyber crystal and it snaps in half, and then they use that kyber crystal to make two lightsabers. I can't remember what that was. I'm
It was
fucking.
on the last, not the Last Jedi. Um, it was on. What's that game, man?
Oh, Fallen
Dang it.
Order.
Fallen Order.
Okay, that's why I'm remembering that. So like, I
You're
think
welcome.
I appreciate it. I think I'm hoping it doesn't matter what kind of kyber crystal you have. Like as long as you have like a part of kyber crystal and it still function, that it has the same effect. But then again, that big one, like it's able to generate enough for the Death Star, which blows
Mm,
planets up that we know of. So
right.
I mean, what if you got a fucking badass kyber crystal and that's what you put in your lightsaber? Would that make your lightsaber stronger?
Hmm. Well, we know that kyber crystals are not really something you pick up. The force is drawn to you and to the kyber crystal,
Hmm.
kind of like a Chinese finger trap. You know, one finger doesn't do the power by itself. You have two fingers that's doing the power together. That's causing the reaction to not get. Yeah, shut up, dude. I know what you're talking about. Excuse me, that was gross. Fucking God,
Two fingers to get the
Lord,
reaction.
help me, help me. Damn, I gotta watch what I say around you. So moving on. So yeah, we know that the kyber crystals is drawn between the force and the user. Um, and if you find one that's drawn to you, the kyber crystal is more powerful. It produces more energy.
Kind of like the ones on Harry Potter.
Exactly. You know, you ever seen the guy at the comic skit that says Harry Potter is made directly from Star Wars?
I
Like
mean,
the
John,
not the actual story, but the people and what they are.
the same person makes the same music. I mean, the music comes from the same person, John Williams. So,
Well, I mean, it's not just that though. Okay, like Luke Skywalker,
okay,
an orphan basically.
yep.
You know, got a aunt and uncle, and then you got Harry Potter's aunt and uncle. Then you got your best friends that's in like a school, okay, or something, and then he got his best friends that's in a school or something, right? And then
No,
you got the cute girl that you can't have because one, your sister, and then two, you're just ugly as fuck, and you got a big ass massive scar on your face. I mean, no one wants to deal with you. No, I'm kidding. Um,
dude, Harry Potter is
God,
badass. I loved Harry Potter. Oh,
Harry Potter's okay.
I wanted to do this with you before we started. I wanted to do
Oh
something.
no,
I wanted you to rank the movies.
you mean the shows?
No, the movies.
What movies? Star Wars?
Star Wars movies.
Man, I can't rank it right now, dude.
You can't rank them? I can rank them.
You know when's the last time I watched a Star Wars movie? God,
All right.
before I worked two jobs.
The my least favorite one
Out of all nine,
is probably number 9.
really?
Only because it doesn't make sense with 8. They could have stopped at 8 and it would have been fine. They could have
Well, they had
they could have
you
they
had
could have figured.
director
Yeah, right. Yeah, that dude fucked it up. You're right.
you had two directors. One was on one of them, and the other
Yeah,
other one was on the first and
they
last
fucked
one.
it up. I understand.
But it's not. Look, man. I think my least favorite Star Wars is probably movie. Okay, it's probably Ray, the first one.
That's my
No, no, no. You know what? Number eight. Number eight.
no.
Fuck it.
I don't.
And see, this is not fair for me, and it's not fair for everybody watching this crap.
No,
Look,
it's fair for everybody. Go ahead.
no, it's not because I haven't watched them in so long, and I had like the last time. Like, look, let me explain
Hey, you
something to
know
you.
what?
Hold on.
I like the
No,
way I like what you're saying right now already because like 8's bad, 7's bad, 9's bad. You put those or 7, 8 and those are at the end of the list. So we'll do 1 through 6
why was 10 scared?
of 7.
eating 9. He knew his shit was coming. That's why he never came. But no, it's not fair for the fact that when since we've been going over Andor, I haven't I haven't watched 1 through 9 in the sense like we watched Andor 1 through 12, the episodes. And what I mean by that is when I'm watching 1 through 9, I'm thinking little things. I'm thinking like, okay, man, it's crazy. Like episode 1, Palpatine's the one that probably caused Anakin to be born. Palpatine's the one that probably caused the dreams to come to him, and it kind of pushed him to a little darker presentation. Palpatine's the one that probably killed fucking what's her name?
Padme?
Padme, not Leia, because Leia's barely fucking born. And Anakin, he's just so raw, so I
I
wouldn't say
feel like
uncontrolled.
I
He's
feel
so
like
raw that
Padme,
the emotion
I feel
that
like
is pulling through his heartstrings is driving him nuts.
this is the thing. This is my thoughts. You know how like Padme
So,
didn't really like Anakin at first?
well, he's fucking 9 or 10. Okay, come on, dude.
No, no. At first, like she was like, "Leave me alone." Like you're creeping me out, pretty much, right? And he just like kept on feeding towards it. What if the fucking Emperor made her like planted thoughts in her head? Because it's like a Sith ability to like manipulate
See,
people's
I'm not
thoughts.
thinking about this shit. I'm not thinking about that deep while I'm watching the show. So that's why it's not fair. It's not fair because I'm not deeply thinking about the movie. Sound like who is that dude, man? That had that Me Too movement real bad.
I don't know. I don't listen to any of the.
I am not thinking about that deep on the movie. Bill Cosby.
Oh, poor guy. I mean, probably not. He
Well,
might
I
be a
mean, if
fucked
he
up
really
dude.
did do it,
I have no idea, but like, if he's not, I mean, fuck those women.
I mean, it's Bill Cosby. I get the reason why they couldn't
Dude,
say
but they
shit to
said it
him
was like
because Bill
200
Cosby.
something people came forward or something like that, saying that.
That's a problem with today's world is that all the information that you ever wanted is right there. Back then, you had to go knocking door to door. You had to go and talk to each individual person he's ever had contact with to find out if he's a bad dude. And so, therefore, no one's going to do that because no one wants to admit that, they were raped or they might have been raped or they don't remember what happened. You typically run from that shit. And knowing Bill Cosby, who the hell back in the 80s and 90s would have believed Bill Cosby being a rapist? I mean, that's just, it's the father of television, dude.
Yeah.
He's like a father figure, man. Nobody would have believed that crap.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, but not
so that's the
one person
problem.
came out. Not one. 200 something people. Not fucking one.
He's also pretty wealthy.
Not one. Come on.
I don't know.
That's a
I don't
lot
know,
of
man. It's
people.
a stretch. It is a lot of people to not one of them have any issues
Not
or not come
one.
out. But maybe there's just a lot of people that didn't like Bill Cosby and they're like, "Fuck that guy. Let's Me Too that shit." Did you see that Me Too when you texted me the other day and you said something and I said Me Too and it had like a big ass laughing emoji. I don't remember what it was, but that's not. Let's get back to this Star Wars stuff, man,
Yep, I'm
because I
done.
got a feeling this is gonna be like 2 hours by itself without the
Wait.
aftermath
So,
series.
my favorite movies in order from the
Oh
first
no,
six, from the first six, are going to be, since I can do this and you can't do this, it's going
I
to
can
be,
do it, but it's not fair.
the last one is Empire Strikes Back. I know that's like one of everybody's favorites. It's not one of my favorites. And then
What movie is that? Give me a number, please,
number
because some of us.
five, number five.
Okay.
Then I like number one, The Phantom Menace.
hmm That's your number 2 pick.
No, that's my. I'm going
Number
backward. I'm going
5th.
backwards. So six,
Okay.
six is Empire. Five is Phantom Menace. And then number. This is Return of the Jedi. So that one's down. Not Return of the Jedi. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. And
which is
then
episode 4.
and then I think I don't know if I like fucking Clone Wars, not Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, or if I like A New Hope better. So I feel like these two are kind of tied. But then number 3,
I
my
knew
number
Hope was
one,
four.
my number one is
Return of the Jedi
fucking Revenge of the Sith.
Well,
My
if
number one all time
I'm
favorite.
gonna go in the other direction because I think forward's not backwards.
Oh, you
So number 1 for me is number 3. Okay, Revenge of the Sith, because that movie, and especially if you paired it with watching the entire series of the Clone Wars, which is animated, um, which is kind of hard to get into just based on animation purely alone. And not that it's bad animation; it's just you're not used to it.
it's the only movie. It's the only movie that was fully CGI'd out of all the Star Wars movies.
Number 3.
Yep. I don't
Well,
know
I
about
mean, losing
I don't
limbs
know
is
about the
pretty
new
hard to do
ones.
naturally.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying the entire movie was CGI'd.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So number 1 for me would be number 3. Can you hear my dog barking?
I heard a little yip. It's fine. It's just a little
No,
yip.
she's in her cage. She has a broke paw. The vet said to keep her caged 24/7, which is
Oh, I do hear
awful.
it.
Yeah, it's I
You're
love my
good. You're
baby, but
good.
I want her paw to get healed.
You
Um,
talk over her. Let's just go ahead.
use the force, Luke. Luke, use the force. Sorry. So number 1, like I said, is Revenge of the Sith. Number 2 would be shit, man. It's not fair. Number 2, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna bring up the shows so I can see them. I do better visibly, not thinking about it, because Star Wars.
I'll wait till you get done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Use the force.
Luke, use the Force.
I am your father.
No. I am your father. No.
Oh, I love Star Wars. Okay, we're doing 1 through 6, right?
Yeah, 1 through 6. I know you can do it.
Okay, cause
I did mine.
fuck the last 3.
Yeah, fuck the last 3. Do something better, please, Disney. Please, just get rid of them. Put it like a different universe. Like if it happened like this, that's a what if. Yeah.
Yeah, like do a what if 3 series movies with fucking
with
orgasmic.
Ben Solo instead of Ben Skywalker. Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck yes, please do it, please, pretty fucking please. Okay, so I got a little picture popped up. Pop-up pictures is pretty fucking epic nowadays.
You fucking made
3D
a pop-up picture the whole time I was gone?
No, man.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
just
Oh.
it popped up and it's in my phone.
I thought you were
I
like,
didn't make a pop-up picture.
check it out. My first one I like is 1. 3 I
It would be
meant.
pretty fucking epic. Pretty epic.
That'd be cool,
So
man.
number 1 for me would be episode 3. Okay. Number 2 would be, I want to say, A New Hope.
A New Hope is
Number
good.
3. Number 3 for me would be probably episode 2.
God
Number
damn.
4 would be episode 1. Number 5 would be Empire Strikes Back. And then number 6 would be Return of the Jedi. Number 6, Return of
Yours is exactly
for me.
like mine, except it's fucking backwards by like 2. He flipped two of them.
Now, the reason Return of the Jedi is less for me is because it seems like it was stretching things out just a little bit. But I do find it oddly strange that you have. I do find it strange that you have 1 through 3 is Anakin. That's your main star. That's the one that's in every single show, every single movie, all the time. And
He's in,
episode
actually in
4
all 6 of them. He's just Darth Vader the other times.
Shut up, dude. Anyways, and he lost half of his limbs, like literally.
Well, I mean, he lost 3 of them, to be honest. That's more than half.
Well, all halves. I mean,
yeah, he lost half of 3 limbs.
they don't call him Nubby Sue for any reason. No, I'm kidding. Darth Nub. So, moving on. Sorry.
That's Vader's new name, Darth Nub.
Use the Force with this, you prick. Stop pricking me with your fucking chin.
Where's your fucking, what's it called? Lightning, you know?
Yeah.
Force lightning.
Every time I do it, I short out. Look at Palpatine, dude.
Dude, you know Palpatine actually made his fucking suit, like, vulnerable to electricity? So, like, he shorts out super fast whenever it comes to electricity. So, like, if you ever fought somebody around some power lines, I'm just saying he's probably going to lose.
Moving on, man. Fucker. I don't even remember where I was going with this shit.
Sorry. No, we already did it. We fucking talked about him. Well,
fuck it. Let's get back to the actual Andor series.
We'll move on because, you know, him and
It's been almost an hour. Like,
look,
it's like 45 minutes.
Has it really?
And we barely covered 1 through 2.
All right. Well,
yeah, we got 10 more episodes.
We haven't. Okay. Well, we don't have to cover. Okay. Look, the first arc. At the very end of the very. I guess we're gonna do episode 3. Episode 3, fucking Axis shows up and tries to save Andor, which they do. You know, Axis being Luthen. Mm-hmm. Just gonna throw that out there. He's got a lightsaber that doesn't light up, but you'll figure it out later on. I swear to God, they're gonna make that a thing.
It's gonna be a lightsaber.
It's gonna be yeah.
And then it's gonna show him kill himself because he's not a fucking Jedi. He's like, how do you use? Hard.
See, that's the thing. I looked at some stuff and they say that fucking Count Dooku is his fucking his master, that he's like a Jedi that got away. Except I don't think he's a Jedi because he didn't give a shit about lives and he's just killing anybody to make a better profit for himself. Count Dooku also went bad. Fucking Qui-Gon Jinn might have fucking went to the dark side. I don't know. Well, see, no, you think
whoa, go back,
Qui-Gon Jinn did not like the rules of the Jedi. He was kind of against what they like. He liked what they taught, but he didn't like the rules that they said that they had to follow. He said that they're just rules. They're a guideline, pretty much. Like, so he went with it, but he wasn't like completely for the Jedi. So he might have, if Dooku went over to the Sith, Qui-Gon might have went to the Sith. We don't fucking know. And then Dooku's other apprentice, which was after Qui-Gon, what's to say that he's not even more Sith-like? I think he's a Sith, and everybody on the internet is saying he's a fucking old Jedi. He might have been an old Jedi, but I think he's a Sith now. He's got red fucking blades. You can fucking kiss my ass. And they also say that he used to use a blue lightsaber, and he had a blue crystal whenever he gave it to Andor. So, boom. Go ahead.
One, Qui-Gon Jinn's not a fucking Sith.
No, he's not. He's not. He's like a gray.
And he would have never went to the Sith.
Qui-Gon is the most gray Jedi you would ever meet. Like, he didn't. I
don't know, that one rock dude on that new Rebels planet that their home base was. He seemed pretty fucking neutral until they wouldn't stop fucking attacking each other, and then he lost his shit and became a badass Stormcloud. And you saw him you saw him go into a Force Ghost as well. So, with that being said, I think that guy was probably more neutral than Qui Gon because he was so neutral he wouldn't even fucking help him fight. Qui Gon Jinn helped fight. Hey, I need a beer. Go get me one, please. My address is blank 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 blank.
For anybody who's listening, if I ever get this shit on Spotify, my son just brought me a beer and he saw it pop up in front of my camera. All right, go ahead, James.
But yeah, so Qui Gon just not he's not a Sith. I don't think he ever would have went to the Sith.
I don't. You know what? I don't think he would have either. But who's to
I gotta
say?
know.
Who's to say that
If he's the
fucking
first
Dooku's
one,
other apprentice, which was after Qui-Gon, wouldn't become a Sith?
I have to say, if Qui Gon Jinn is the first Jedi to ever become a Force Ghost, then I would really love to see where and how he came about to learn that.
It explains
Power.
it. It explains it. I can't fucking remember it right now. I am kind of tipsy.
But
But it
I
explains
think
it somewhere. I can't remember where.
I think they ought to go and have a Qui Gon Jinn series. I would really like to see him.
Well, see,
Okay, look.
if they do,
Okay, we don't hold on. We don't meet Obi-Wan until he's like, a late teenager, early adult, like early 20, 21 guy years old. All right. And so there's a time that is gonna be before him where Qui-Gon Jinn is with his master. I want to see it start off with him graduating to being the master. Okay. And I want to see him getting his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I want to see him training his his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want to see all this come about because I think that's really flipping cool, dude. And I think he's probably one of the most fascinating Jedis. I mean, that I know of.
and see, there's a way for them to do it because his son actually voiced the younger version of him, I think, in Tales of the Jedi.
Look, I'm just saying that
If they do it, it's going to be a cartoon version, and they can use his son. That's what's going to happen. Or they just they could make a live action, but I think they would use his son to actually do it.
if they can deep fake Luke Skywalker's younger face onto what's that guy's name? That played Bucky. Dan.
Played Bucky
Yeah, it's the same fucking guy, dude.
on what?
Who was the actor that deep faked Luke Skywalker? The Mandalorian deep fake agent techniques.
Well, you like this, y'all? This is my leg. You can't really see it. Nice and hairy.
It's not even after dark, dude.
Got some fat on it. Well, I'm waiting for this fucking answer, man.
Well, fuck me.
Anyways, we'll get past that. So, the second season, you remember what or not the second season, the second arc is in Andor?
Well, go.
He leaves.
What is his name? Hold on. It is.
He leaves.
I know it's here. It has to be. What's this damn actor's name? You fudging.
He gets to Aldani.
Oh, it's Dan something. I know it's Dan something. Hold on, man. Look, you know what I'm gonna do? Fuck it. I'm gonna Google cast of Captain. It's pitiful I gotta do this. It's silly I gotta do this, but it's got to get done.
We can just fucking
Sebastian Stan.
Oh, Sebastian. Oh, you're talking about
the dude they deep fake Luke Skywalker's face onto. If they can deep fake a face onto another,
they used
dude.
him as the
Hold on.
as the body.
Hold on. hold on, chill the fuck out. If they deep fake his face on it, they could deep fake Liam Nelson's face on another guy that is his son. Damn it.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
I can rest in peace now. I said my piece. Oh no, don't mute yourself now. Yeah, look. Okay, so anyway, for the people that don't know who the hell Sebastian Stan is that handsome guy. Look at that dude. Ruggedly handsome. Kind of resemblance to me, right? Just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is that was fucking with the arm.
Yeah, that was Bucky.
Bucky,
But, all right,
Bucky,
so-
there you go. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you better be hitting that like and subscribe button right down there. Make sure to go ahead, hit it, like, and subscribe. Subscribe. It's free. Just do it. All right, action. What were we talking about before?
I don't know. Let's get back to Andor.
Yeah. Aldani. They show up to Aldani.
You skip 2, 3, 4.
No. After Luthen saves them and they leave, they go to Aldani. That's the next thing. Aldani happens with the garrison, and you got fucking 3 episodes with that. Trust me, I'm right on this. I watched it earlier today.
Corn.
Corn beef and gravy.
Man, do you remember in episode 3 when you realized the buyer's Luthen? Like, do you remember the simplisticness of like how good it felt to know, and now you don't? So terrifying.
Who the buyer was?
Moving on. Yeah, because in episode 3, the ISB kept calling the buyer, right? And also Bix was telling Andor he's the buyer.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You finally got to meet the buyer. The Luthen actually ended up being a big part of Andor. Really, to be honest, like he's literally controlling all of the rebels. So the fact that he's a Sith Lord and controlling both sides is just kind of fucking Palpatine to me, and I like it.
Well, we don't know if he is a Sith Lord. As much as that would tickle my funny bone and fancy, I would, dude.
Dude, he's a Sith. That's what the Acolyte's going to be about. It's going to be about Luthen. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Anyway, moving on.
It's supposed to be 100 years before, right? The Acolyte.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't
That's
talk about it, man.
That's when Darth Plagueis is supposed to be around.
I can't.
If it's about a Sith Lord, it's gonna be, or if it's about any kind of Sith,
it's about the Sith,
it's gonna be about fucking
and it's a different perspective.
It's gonna be about Plagueis at some point. Sorry, I had to get my fucking.
Think about
salt.
this. Sorry, pickle salt, gross.
Dude,
think about this.
Have you tried it?
No.
Why?
I'm a man. I drink my beer straight.
Yeah, I drink my beer straight too. I've been drinking it straight all night, dude. And I was like, hey,
salt.
Yeah. Well, have you seen me take it? No, I'll take it right
I'm
now.
just teasing,
I'll
man.
take my pickle in my mouth.
Whoa, sir. Everybody just paused that right there. And they got a pickle.
Tastes amazing.
Okay, so in Star Wars, I mean everything Star Wars. It's a battle of good and evil, right? But the Acolyte, it could be possibly all evil. And talking about the evilness of all the evils.
Well, this is the problem.
I'm hoping we see Darth Plagueis because to Palpatine, Darth Sidious, to him, Darth Plagueis is the most powerful Sith, or one that taught him the most. That whatever. Because I know that's probably wrong, but it's okay. But
well, anyways,
I want to watch it so bad, and I think it's supposed to come out next year.
This is my problem. If it's about the Sith are supposed to be in hiding until Sidious comes out and fucking lets everybody know that the Sith are back, and he destroys the Jedi at that time. That's why they're in hiding the whole time. So
So
in my opinion, if they were to do something about a Sith people, it's going to be like all hiding. It's all going to be like about like how they stayed in the shadows and stuff like that. There's not going to be anything awesome that you'd actually see if it's about that. Now, if it's about a dark Jedi, like a rogue Jedi, it's someone that goes bad that doesn't actually learn the way of the Sith, and they're just like a bad Jedi, that would be a little bit more interesting.
what if it's about the Jedi that split off to create the Sith? But I would think that'd be
No, it's only yeah, yeah. That's
more than 100 years.
yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
No, the that actually happened. I think it's the
Millennia at least.
I can't remember what book it is. I know what book
But
it is.
yeah, dude. So episode 4, man, is the first time we get to see Coruscant. And notice I said it right because I know how to say it. I just find it evidently funny that it's Coruscant, like almost like a cunt and shit and lick the pickle. So Coruscant. But anyways, the British cunt, not the American cunt. The American cunt is a cunt. The American can't. So it said, of course, can't. It's not that fun. Sorry, ADHD is a hell of a drug. Have I ever mentioned that? So moving on. So we get to see in episode 4 the first time of Coruscant, and we get to see, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first time of Mon Mothma in episode 4, and like, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the thing I like,
And we get to see Luthen. That's the time that we see Luthen become the seller, the buyer. He's like, play me something nice and elegant, and it says here, I actually have it written down. What is and it says landing protocol 037R, and he has his own exhibit. You see his own exhibit gallery, and there's little Easter eggs in there that he has a Sith holocron.
Yep.
He has a Jedi holocron.
Yep.
Okay, and he has
Holocron,
something from the Tomb Raider. That
they're
little
big
egg
as
thing.
fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah,
Like,
why are they so
they're
big?
way huge. They're way huge, right?
Yep,
And
that's a lot.
and
That's a lot smarter than the one that fucking Obi-Wan had.
because even Obi-Wan,
Yeah, he made a he made a Jedi holocron to pass out to everybody.
anyway, so in the Rebels, the holocron is smaller than your hand, right? I mean, it's tiny, and you use the Force to open it up. And then in episode 8 or 9, when Ben Solo, or not really Ben Solo, it's
Yeah, Ben grabbed it.
yeah, but what's his evil name?
Fucking god damn it. I'm having a brain fart. Starts with a K.
Bitch boy, we'll call him.
It starts with
Bitch
a K. It starts with a K.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Oh.
There you go. Fuck
Okay,
it.
so Kylo Ren has it,
Bitch
and
boy-
it's
bitch boy
small and it
works.
fits in his hand.
That's what I was thinking about, like whenever he started slashing. Fucking whining. God, he sucks.
But in episode 9, he really came through, and I really liked him in episode 9. I really fucking did. I really enjoyed him in episode 9. Kind of bummed out that he didn't get to live, and him and Rey get to have kids. Think about it. He had Emperor Palpatine's granddaughter.
They're related.
And then fucking Luke Skywalker's, nephew.
Listen to this. Okay. If
Darth Vader's grandson.
Listen, if
And Rey.
if Palpatine is actually Anakin's, like if he made Anakin, and then he also made Rey, and Anakin made fucking Leia, and Leia had Ben, and Ben and fucking Rey got it's all same blood. Just saying. Star Wars. You gotta love it.
Same midichlorians. It's passing through you to me. Oh.
Hey, but they would have been some
Sorry.
fucking strong ass babies, though, for sure.
Dude. Them babies would have
All
been
right, back
off
to
the chain.
Aldani. We'll get back to
God,
Aldani.
we need to talk about Star Wars
So
stuff. Fuck this Andor crap.
at Aldani, we had our favorites. Our favorite person, Namek.
Mimic.
Namek, yeah.
Alright,
He was probably the best character
yeah.
that they killed off earlier than they should have. And he has all the answers, but that also helps Andor spark the rebellious nature inside of
Mhm,
his body and lets him go forward from there. So,
mhm. Um, you know, I have to say I like the way they killed him off. I think it was
well,
heroic.
getting slammed
But
by the
no,
fucking Empire's money.
no, I didn't like it that he got suffered like that. But I mean, it's better than just getting a blasted to the back or a
Yeah.
blasted to the front, and
Quick
then
and
he's
easy.
just
Oh,
dead,
yeah, you're
dead.
right. Like Gordon.
So he got right. He got pinched, and they pulled him out, and they gave him a hypo spray or something. That's oops. That's Star Wars or Star Trek. Sorry.
We call these
They
things
gave him
Bacta.
a medical syringe thing, right? And they brought him back to life a little bit. And
What?
then so he was able, once they brought him back to, cognitive functions, that he was able to guide them out, which is fucking epic, right? He was a key source in their escape. And when he died, it was touching, feeling, but you knew it was coming, so you was prepared. It wasn't like a. It was
Yeah,
it was good. I
he
think
didn't
they
just die
did
right
him right.
away. They let
Yeah.
him live, let you think they actually might save him, and then they killed him off. Very
Mhm.
sad, very touching. In my opinion, if they did it a different way, you wouldn't have felt so much for Namek. Like whenever they killed Gorn, it's like whatever Skeen. Like whenever they killed Skeen, you like that. You remember that guy because like he was gonna
He was a
turn on
douche.
them. Yeah, he's gonna fucking take their
Yep.
shit. Gorn was just there. He fucking did everything that he should have. He had a girl that he
And he
loved
died.
on Aldani, and they just killed him off randomly.
Yeah.
I fucking hated
And,
it.
and it's like it wasn't satisfying. That it didn't have that quench
The
of
filth that it did with the mech.
sending off, huh?
The feel that it did with the mech. I didn't have that. I agree. 100%.
But
But at least they got the 800 million. Was it million or billion?
80,
80 million. There you go. 80 million. Not 800. Sorry. 80 million credits, which is a good haul.
And if you think about it, Mon Mothma gave him 1.2 million in 1 year, and he got 80 million. Like,
Yeah.
damn,
That's
dude.
good.
Well, he sacrificed everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Technically, everybody else did. Yeah. Hey, that was a good fucking scene, man. That was probably
It was.
it was one of the best scenes. So, we'll move on after Namek died and they were able to get through the eye that actually saved them. Thankfully, because the TIE fighters probably would have fucking took their asses down. But luckily he
Yep.
said, climb! And they climbed, got the fuck out of there, left, and then he got arrested 2 episodes later.
That fucking concept.
No, it was the next episode, wasn't it? It's literally at the end of the next episode he gets arrested. And
Who
then
got you arrested?
Andor with his 200,000 credits.
Dude, you skipped a lot.
No, I didn't. They got past
Episode
Aldani.
6, 7.
They got past Aldani. We just talked about the Aldani.
Dude, let's go over episode 6, man. I literally wrote down best episode yet.
It is one of the best. I agree.
How holy cow, it looks different with fog. This is the
We talked about everybody dying. Like
episode 8 is the first time I start writing down the actual titles of the episodes. Episode 6 don't have a title. See,
it's called The Eye.
Yeah, but we see the Donnies. We get to see what they're like. They look similar to Canary, and I still think to this day that the Aldani people
They're
are the Donnies.
red-headed, and then
I don't give a shit. I don't
and then
care.
everybody from fucking Canari's like dark skin and brown
I
hair.
don't care. And look, if Superman can leave his home planet not having superpowers and come to Earth and have superpowers, wouldn't it be possible for people to change pigment colors and hair colors and shit like that in a different sun? Come on,
I'll
man.
agree to disagree.
Have faith. Have faith. Damn it.
It's
And
hope.
it's just
It's
such an
hope.
easy plot hole
Star
to fill for me.
Star Wars is based on hope.
It is actually.
Yeah, so I have hope.
That's why I can't wait for that Acolyte movie, dude. Because it's all going to be dark side and feelings and emotional and
So we
hatred.
think
And
we can hope. We have hope that that's what it
I mean,
is.
fuck you and this damn hope on this damn dark side TV show. Okay, it's dark side. It's supposed to have fear, fear that's gonna suck, fear they're gonna bring the director back to guide that through the whole damn show, not making a fucking bit of sense. It's gonna have Ray's ancestors there. Okay, like where the fuck did these people come from? They're junkers. They're not even here. We know that Palpatine created them. No, now she has family. Fuck you. Anyway, sorry.
You're
Sorry.
good. You're good. So what else did you want to say about the 6th episode?
Episode 6.
Other than
I
the
don't
fact that everybody dies except for the 3. And then he kills Skeen, and so the 2 live.
Yeah, I even have. Oh my god, Nimic.
Yeah, poor guy, man. I like that. That was probably the worst part in the entire. But he gets the manifesto, because for some reason
Sparks the rebellion.
Namek wanted to give that to him if he died, because that made more sense than anybody else. The
Well,
mercenary.
let's take a second and remember episode 8. Okay, they know Luthen has access. The ISB does, right?
Yep.
And this is where we start realizing that they have a few strings tied together, and they start to come into focus on really how wide his operation is. They don't know it's all him or all access, but they do know that it's a pretty conceivable operation.
Inconceivable. Okay. Sorry, I was just Princess Bride. I had to do it.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm just teasing. Fuck. And also episode 8 is also the worst part. Andor's hands behind his head. Like, you're a fucking cunt. Like,
yeah. Well, okay. First off,
and put him.
Let's remember that when they first got there, that they were at least able to, like, the everybody that was acting right on point with the electricity. That was super good, in my opinion. Like, to get that many people to on cue drop and hold their fucking shit at that time was amazing. Like, even if we were to sit here and practice this over and over again, we might get, out of like maybe 10, 11 tries, we might get almost perfect one time. But I've watched it a couple times. And they look like they fucking just hit it. Everybody at the same time.
Well, I have to say, man, if we're in the same room, I think we could do it. I think we could pull it off.
To drop all the way down to the ground at the same time?
No, just to start reacting at the same time.
Yeah, just a regular. Every single one of them
just like
dropped.
A Twitch.
All of them had the drop too, though.
Handshake.
If you look, like, he like drops down. I don't know. There's a bunch of people.
Oh shit!
Just me and you.
I've been up since like 5.
Just me and you. It would take a while. And the whole concept about the prison, in my opinion, was amazing, because not only did they were able to shock everybody, but they let you know that all the guards had fucking huge ass. Well, they didn't have
sticks.
Yes, and they didn't have bars because they are guards.
Floors.
Yeah, because they had fucking drop downs where they would have to have an elevator to go down. At least it's like 2 stories, They drop down, let the prisoner off. They'd have to fucking do their time, and the only way out is back up that lift. So everything was sealed off perfectly, in my opinion. But they fucked up by letting water be a like say you just Fuck. Okay, look. Fuck breaking the line. Clog the toilet. Am I
Well,
right? I got you right. There we go.
Jesus,
Just clog that
it would have
fucking
been a lot
toilet.
less difficult.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But maybe they have bidets.
Maybe it went short circuit unless it went back up to the line. But then again, I don't know because
Oh, that's another good one.
that's the only thing I can think of. Other than
But
that,
yeah, flood the toilet. Fuck it. Just take a big shit, water, some toilet paper, shove that shit. Maybe they had a really good flusher, dude.
that would have been like the best toilet, the best shit of the day. The person who did that, like, this is gonna free me.
For the rebellion! One way out!
Everybody gave them their beans the day before. Like, make sure to finish all these.
Jesus. That's awesome. One way out. Man, dude.
Yep. I like how he like as soon as I start talking about certain parts, because like I'm moving through it, but he remembers the episodes, so it's pretty cool.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, okay. How you doing? Sorry, I was like, man, who's... Shit, my bad. I forgot y'all was here. Like and subscribe. This is just something we like to do. We love Star Wars. We love talking about Star Wars. We like having a good time talking about Star Wars. So yeah, it really helped us out a lot getting where we're going, and mean us to worlds. And if you like and subscribe,
Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell us what we need to change. We might not do it, but you know.
oh yeah, we'll do it. Unless it's obscene, like me wearing antlers for Christmas.
I'm wearing antlers anyway. I don't give a shit.
You're not wearing antlers
For Christmas.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. We'll see where this goes. Okay.
Not wearing no fucking antlers.
Throw me a few $5 bills and some ones, maybe.
I'll buy some for Kyle. Let him fucking wear them.
But yeah, so I think it would have been pretty fucking funny if they did flood the toilet with shit, and as the water's flowing out, like just flowing across the floor, you just see a random turd flowing with it, and everybody's like, and then they shock it, and then the turd explodes and gets shit everywhere. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be fucking funny?
You know what? It would be, but
Man.
we need to do, like, you've seen Spaceballs, right? Make an Andor version of Spaceballs and throw that in there. It'll fit perfectly.
That would be awesome. All right, man.
So after he escapes the prison there, right? He gets to...
They get up to the tower, right? To where the central control unit is. And this is probably one of my favorite parts of the prison break. And the guards finally get to see what it's like to have people, for no good reason, be slave workers. And they tell them, I agree with you. They should have took their boots off and said, "Hey, stand over there." And they put on their boots and, "Oh, how you like it, bitch?" There ain't no nothing to kill them. Just to say, "Oh, you'll remember if I do this."
Yep.
But yeah, so, but I think that's my favorite part of the prison break is when they get up there and they say, "Okay, hey man, flood, turn on all the floors and on level 8 and just fry them everybody." I'm like, dude, you're too late. You're fucking too late. I'm here. This is what we need to do. Shut it down. Shut it down. And they're like, "Nah, I can't do it." All right, you can do it. Oh yeah.
Best part of the entire arc right there. That part right there where he's like, shut this shit down, and he's like, I'm sorry, that can mean so many different things, and he's like, boom, he's like, oh, I gotcha. That was probably the best part to me in the entire arc. I loved it. But I also loved how the fact that everybody got ate in the water when they try to escape, because for some reason, you know, we don't see anybody other than those two.
You'd think they would have followed everybody to the beach, but you know, you have to think about this, man. It's a prison, right? This is not like a place where similar people are working in a similar job doing. I mean, they are doing a similar thing, doing similar parts, but they're different people from different parts of the galaxy. Ideally, to fix a plot hole, they're all from English speaking territories. That would be pretty fucking awesome. But it don't have to be. I'm not, whatever. But it makes sense to me why they would ask, where are you from? And then send it to a different planet. Because they have different planets like this. That leads me to believe that they had different.
Well, there is a unified tongue that people that everybody uses, and which is kind of English that we know of. That's why, like, sometimes they say, like, if you listen to the books, they'll say every now and then, like, they speak the common language. Common language is like what it's usually called.
English.
Yeah, which is English. Yes. Yeah, because
if we was in Mexico, it'd be Spanish.
I mean,
senor.
George Lucas made it, and he's speaking English, so we're gonna go with that language. Even really British people speak our language; they just use an accent. Australians,
well, we speak their language technically.
Yeah, true. Australian as well. They also speak English, but they have an accent. So we actually have an accent too. But
oh yeah, we're called Texans.
Yeah, especially you, James. You got a big one.
Oh God.
No, it's fine, dude.
Fuck off, Governor.
Fuck off, Governor.
Governor. I'll show you son of a bitch. Yeah. So, we're still in episode 8, right? I believe.
Nah, I mean, 10? I think we passed.
No, it's episode 10. One way out.
We did
one way out episode.
Yeah.
And we also meet Lonnie, which is, like I said before, I knew he was something shady because he just seemed uneased. You know what I mean? And so we found out that his name is Lonnie and that he's the informant for Luthen at the ISB. And Luthen tells him that he thinks of him constantly. And I know that was sketchy because, no, I'm kidding. So Luthen, sorry, that's my writing. Luthen now knows that Spellhouse is a trap. Now Lonnie wants out. And how badass was Luthen's stance on the catwalk, right? I mean, it's just Sithy. It looks really dark.
He is a Sith Lord. I don't know how many times I say that. That little fucking cane that he's got, it's not a retractable walking stick. I guarantee you.
Are you talking about the brown thing?
Yes.
Or the brown thing, he's either drop it or give it back.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's yeah.
Well, if you pause it right at the right part, you can see two little buttons towards the end, towards Luthen.
Well, it's a retractable walking stick. That's a walking stick that he uses at the very beginning. But I think that they're going to
make... It's not the same one, dude. It's not the same one.
I don't know. I went back and looked at it. It looked like it.
Fuck you. I refuse to believe
But the handle...
Why would you have a retractable walking stick? Why don't you have a fucking walking stick?
Look at how he's holding the walking stick. It doesn't look like it's a fucking walking stick. Because he holds it.
He's not even walking with it.
Okay, and then what if without the fucking kyber crystal, that's actually what a lightsaber looks like without the fucking electricity or fucking fire or kyber going around it. Energy.
How badass would that make it feel when you actually get a decent lightsaber in real life? And thinking, it's not a real lightsaber because it's not cutting through metal. Because it ain't got a kyber crystal, bitch. It just got the color and sound. You fucking prick. But anyways, I'm sorry.
It's fine. So
he tells him, okay, and I love this part. God, I love this part. This is Out of the whole 12 episodes, this is probably my favorite part. And there's nothing anybody can say to change my mind on this. Maybe. So he says he shares his dream with ghosts, which we can now rule that maybe ghosts are either Siths that's fallen or Jedi's fallen. It could mean his family. It could mean he lost his loved ones,
Yep.
and that's what sparked his rebellion.
But if he was already a
But he
Jedi, he
says,
never had loved ones. But if he was a Sith, he would have. We don't know. Go ahead.
well, Jedi had loved ones. Look at Obi-Wan. Look at
No,
Anakin. Prove me wrong.
they're not supposed to love.
No, they're not
Anakin
supposed to. But Obi-Wan was still badass, and Obi-Wan
was
was still a
Sabine.
master on the council.
Was Sabine? No, they both gave up love to be by themselves because they knew what was best. Anakin
But he did it anyway.
Anakin did, and then he went to the dark side.
You
So
know,
so if he
it was
did,
probably some
so
mean
if he did,
nene.
who's to say that he didn't go to the dark side? I'm just saying, if
Yeah.
he was an actual
Right.
Jedi, he wouldn't have. But if he's
Right.
dark side, good chance he did.
So let me start this
Sith
over.
Lord.
It says Luthen, said he shares his dreams with ghosts. Who do you think he's referring to? Oh, sorry, that's my writing. Oh my god. Okay, delete this whole thing. No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
not deleting it.
He says, I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. And
And then and then you get the goosebumps, and you're
every
like,
fucking time.
"Oh man, it's
Every
such a good
time.
speech because Luthen is the best character in fucking Andor, and you can't prove me
So
wrong." Just saying, sorry.
so we see in other like Star Wars podcasts and theories that he says, I burn my decency for someone else's future. I condemned to use the tools of my enemy. The enemy is the Palpatine, right? The dark side. So he uses the tools of his dark side enemy, which is just Sith powers. So is he referring to using tools such as he's using the Force, dark side of the Force, to do things, or is he referring to he's using the enemy tactics to defeat the enemy?
I don't know exactly. I think he's using the dark side of the force to defeat his enemies. I think that's what he's doing. He's having to do what Darth Sidious did to the Republic, to the Jedi to
In
take over.
episodes 1 through 3.
He's having to do all that shit. He doesn't give a shit about. He's a fucking. There's no way that he's able to control the fucking his ship and act like this is easy. Dodge fucking 3 TIE fighters and destroy 1, 2, then 3 TIE fighters, making it look super easy.
He defeated 1, and then he defeated the other 2 at the same time with his dual lightsaber ship. Oh,
He literally
man.
did it like it was nothing. He's fucking badass. He's either a Sith. I'm gonna stick to being a Sith because that's gonna open up. If he is a Sith Lord, that means he might take on an apprentice later on because he knows that Darth Vader's been defeated. And if he's a Sith, he also knows that there is a fucking a way that he's supposed to stay hidden to make the Sith rise again. That way that the Sith will actually be able to rise again later on instead of us having multiple years after whatever happened right here not ever happened.
Right. And that's another thing I was going to say. Like I said earlier, I would really love to see a Qui-Gon Jinn series. Oh my god, I want to see a Luthen series.
Yep.
I want to see a
We gotta
series
find out
that
who
shows
Luthen is
the
first.
before. the middle, and the now, and then
Let's get the
and
end.
then cut to season 2 of Andor.
I
That way we
agree,
can see what
but we
happens.
need to find out who the fuck Luthen is first. I mean, unless they want to do it like Andor, which would actually be pretty badass if you ask me. But that's what
That's
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's
Like,
what you're
but
saying.
before,
That's what you're saying in the first place. But we need to get to the last season or the last arc. So,
aren't we there? Because this is episode 11 now.
which is yeah, that's the
Episode 10 is the
last
last
arc.
arc.
8, 10, 11, and 12. Yeah.
We just talked about 10,
My
bro.
bad. My bad. That's my bad.
Oh my god, man.
No,
Fuck, we're
we're
one
right.
way
11.
out, dude.
No, no.
Now
We're,
we're on the way. That's okay.
You're good.
I feel like this angle's off. Like this gets is
Is it
like
me?
double chin
Do I need to sit over
so.
here? Oh, your
No,
angle.
man. No, I'm talking about my angle. I don't even want to show you what's
God,
behind my chair.
you look
You're
good
gonna be like,
all the
what the
time,
fuck?
dude.
Oh, thank you, man. It's
Uh,
the eyes. The
if I could just
eyes.
pinch your cheeks, I just want to grab the
I
cheeks.
mean, here. I mean, I have some
You
wrinkles right
know,
here, but it's really this is what you want to pinch. This is like my gobbler right
I
there, man.
keep
This
that
is
hidden with
intense.
hair.
But see, when I have my beard, you can't hardly see it. But yeah. So, episode 11, Daughters of Ferrets. And we find out in episode 12 what the fuck Daughters of Ferrets is. It's like a social club that basically they have a president, they have, I guess, a committee. And I'm thinking the
They
Daughters of
have
Ferrets
men.
may have men in it, and Daughters of Ferrets is just a subgroup or like just not be a social club itself. Maybe the people of Ferrets have a social club or something. I don't know.
They're
It'd be like the
old
people are.
people. They're old people
Maybe it's
talking
like a
about
United
fucking
Nations.
shit that they want to do, but then they can try and convince the younger group to try and do it for them because they're old as shit.
So this episode is pretty flipping good. Tried to say fucking, but I said flipping instead. Excuse me.
He did it
Moving on.
again, guys.
What?
I said it in one episode. You said that, and I was like, "You just said fucking." After you said I said flipping. So you still said fucking.
And I stuttered there for a moment, and I just didn't want people to think I had a brain for it, like massively stroked out here. Um. So yeah, man, the recap is awesome. If you go back and watch the episode 11, and you watch the recap on episode 11, I strongly suggest you do. I mean, it is highly probable you can get enough information on episodes 11 recap of what happened through 1 through 10 and then watch episode 11 to 12 and you're probably going to be okay. Now obviously you're going to miss some of the details in doing so, but dude, the recap for episode 11 for the previous 10 episodes is wildly amazing. The last 10 episodes basically cover in the recap all of our high parts of what we cover in our episodes here. And I just thought that was fucking awesome. I thought that was awesome that they picked up parts of the episodes that me and you liked, Clinton. And then I thought it was epic that they picked all the parts that were strong key moments that we heavily discussed. And yeah, so if you're short on time and want to watch the whole episode or the whole series of Andor season 1, 1 through 12, just watch 11, the recap, and then 11 through 12. And it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. And you'll have just enough to understand what's going on in episode 11 and 12.
I agree, but hey, everybody's starting to get loud out here, so we kind of have to
Finish. Okay.
yeah.
So, um,
So I'm gonna
you know,
say the last episode, the honestly number episode 11 with the little short thing that Luthen had was the best episode, but the last episode that let you know like what's going on, like let you know that fucking uh Cassian was able to kind of revenge fucking Marva and
mhm.
is taking on He joined with Luthen. He's taking on the fucking rebel, rebel chain. He's ready to go and do what Andor has to do, and I can't
Hmm.
wait for the next season where he actually has to do some of this rebellious shit. Show how he's so cold that whenever some dude breaks his arm and he's not able to climb, that he just shoots the guy because that's what needs to be done. And I just can't, I can't wait to see the rest because like he didn't even want to be a rebel at first, and I can't wait to
Right. He
see
wanted nothing
his
to do with it.
I can't wait to see his growth, and that's like what I like the most.
Hmm.
I can't wait to see it.
Um, Without skipping too much details on Daughter Safarix, there's a couple of parts that we have to touch on if we're going to do a full Andor season one uh, recap. So we find out before in the previous episodes that Mon Mothma, uh, her option is to go with Davo, and Davo, in payment in return, wants his son to meet her daughter, which is like he's not saying he wants an arranged marriage, it's just for them to meet. But I'm pretty sure that's where that's going to go. And we find out in episode 11 that
They're gonna fuck.
Lida is actually really heavy into the ancient ways. I mean, pretty fucking extreme at it because she's the one that found the teacher
They're
and
gonna
that's teaching her
fuck.
and her friends. Yeah, they're gonna drive fuck first.
Yeah, try fuck
Because they're
first.
teens.
Please wait till you're
So
old enough. But I don't know what that is. If they're getting married at fucking like 15, But wear a condom. Oh, unless you're trying to have a baby and you're married. Uh, they're gonna fuck.
yeah, they're gonna do it. So, anyways, moving on. So it says here, and I hate this scene so much for the fact that Vel walks in and interrupts their chant, and luckily they keep rechanting the same chant, so you get to have it all written down. Also, subtitles is a helpful, crucial thing here. Um, so the children are chanting, yielding and acceptance, safe in the braid of the shit, safe in the braid of the old ways, true and steady, and braided in trust. The old ways, um, the old ways hold us safe in the knot and the binding. The old ways teach us, bound against the wind, tied to the shore, tethered in permanence. Permanence, sorry. Uh, Sit and pray for the old ways, and then I got Belle as interrupting because she's a bitch. But yeah, so and then they have shit. Yeah, that's pretty much the best part of that episode. Besides the fact that Luthen takes the saber and he's like either drop it or give it back. And yeah, I'm just gonna call it a saber because it looks like a saber.
it,
I
it
mean,
it
wow.
definitely is. If
I mean,
I
it's long enough for the kilt.
listen, it is, and I'm telling you that they're gonna make it be like that's what the inside of a lightsaber looks like whenever it's not like if it doesn't have the kyber in it.
Not energized.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So and then you got episode 12. Um, Bix Road or Rick's Road, not Bix Road.
Rick's Road. Rick's Road,
Um,
Marva dies. B2 Emo plays a little hologram
mhm.
and
Gets everybody to rise up.
rise up against the Empire. I'm not reading that speech.
And
It's very
we
nice.
see Clem's stone in the wall, which is touching. He has a really good moment. And I got part of it written down here. He shit, man, I forgot I written all that crap down there manifesto. Um,
Yeah, I wrote down Clem's spot, but like,
so and goes to visit Clem's brick. He remembers Clem saying, "The man who sees everything is more blessed than cursed." The parts they were cleaning are worth 500 credits each, right? And I mean, there's like 50 or 60 of them, or 60 to
yeah,
70. That's a
60 to
lot of money.
70. Yeah.
Like 30,000 credits. Uh, People that don't look down, or people don't look down to where they should. They don't look down. They don't look past the rust. Not us. So They look past the rust. They look past all the bullshit, and they get to the nitty gritty and get to the parts that needs to be fixed and repaired. And I think that's where a lot of Andor's spirit comes from. Is that he finds out later, by now he finds out that there's nothing else to do but fight against these fucking pricks that's controlling everything, having slave working camps. Um, I mean, yeah, it's not a bad prison. I mean, you get decent food if you do good, but you get shocked all the time, and then
Yeah.
fuck that.
No,
So it's not a
fuck
decent
that
prison.
because you can't get out of there. They just fucking put you somewhere else.
And then you got he says here, um, eyes open, possibilities everywhere, and that I think that really hits hard because when Andor takes the tower and he's checking his surroundings, he sees everything going on around him. He sees Luthen there, and he suspects that Luthen is there to kill him, which is a good coy, which is a good suspect there.
He's
Um,
definitely he's smart enough to know what the fuck's going on. That's for sure.
right, right, yeah,
He
and then
takes
he
control
sees
of the
he sees everybody else
situation.
around him. Right,
Sorry.
yeah. So,
Sorry.
oh man, Nemec's manifesto. Um, there will be times when the struggle seems impossible. I know this already. Um, alone, unaware, unsure, dwarfed by the scale of the enemy. Remember this: freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without instruction. Random acts of insurrection are occurring constantly throughout the galaxy, and that there are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they've already enlisted in the cause, which is really powerful, right? Because that's in the rebels you see that there's other cells that are just like Ezra and Kanan and Harris. So, and that's pretty powerful to think about. And then you see here, he goes on to say, remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere, and even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward. And then remember this: the imperial need for control is so desperate because it's so unnatural. Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks, it leaks. Authority is brutal. And then he goes on to say, oppression is the mask of fear. Remember that. And know this: the day will come when all these skirmishes and battles, these moments of defiance, will have flooded the bank of the empire's authority, and then there will be one too many. One single thing will break the siege. Remember this. Try. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty fucking touching. That's what sparked we both believe. That's what sparked Andor's courageous efforts
Yep.
on Ferrex.
Yep. And then everybody else was sparked by Marva's, and because she said we've been doing everything for them. They come, they visit, we fix their shit, we leave them alone. But now they're here to stay, and they won't leave. We need to do something about it because all they do is fucking fuck shit up. And
And
that's pretty much it. Other than everybody leaves, everybody gets to leave. Well, not everybody. Biggs gets saved. You think she's mind controlled, and
yeah, I think she's mind controlled through the Dysonites.
yeah, and I think that they all got massacred and slaughtered, and that's what they were playing for.
I mean, it is, but I think they have like a psychic ability beyond the grave. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be a
Probably a
pretty
far
cool.
fetched idea,
It would be a pretty
but
cool idea, but you know.
maybe their memories are living within them. Not really mind controlled, but their memories, their thoughts, their who they were is inside of her head, which would
Yeah.
drive anybody fucking nuts. Let's just be honest.
Yep.
Um,
All together, I fucking rate uh Andor a fucking, I want to say a 9. I want to give it
I
a
was gonna
9.
say 8-7.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in between 8, 7, and 9. You're not going to
Because
get,
there's some episodes that were shit.
yeah. I
And
mean,
it's not shit,
but
but
they
it
lead
was
up to something
false.
else. So like when you watch it as a whole, it's one thing. But if I was to watch episode 3 or 2 by itself without all three of them coming out, it wouldn't have been as good. Smart move, releasing all 3 of them at one time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? Can I pick the main character? Because if I can pick
I don't
Andor, it's
care.
Andor.
For me, it's Luthen.
Oh, that's good. Brazo's also another good one.
Yeah,
Brazo's
no,
really good.
fuck that guy.
He's so good, man. He made everything
Dude,
happen.
he's only on ferrets.
Yeah, but whenever
And
Andor
his goodness.
killed those dudes, and he's like, I came to your house last night. He's like, yeah, you didn't agree with the alcohol I picked. We got into fights. You fell. You left. You came back today to apologize. It's like, this motherfucker's a badass. He's like,
Yeah, I mean that part was pretty fucking awesome. But I mean, his level of involvement in the show is very low.
but Luthen also has like super little parts that are very fucking on there, dude. They're like,
Yeah,
oh my
but I mean,
god,
Luthen's in every episode, like almost every episode, not every episode, like
Luthen's good,
1 through
man.
3. You know, I have to say, Luthen might be the key to the success of Andor.
He's good. He's good. He's inside Sith. So
Comment down below and tell us what you think. If Luthen is the glue that held Andor together, that really came to life, and yeah, just let us know.
please.
Yeah, man.
All
Please.
right,
Pretty please.
I'm gonna take us out of here. You want to take us out of here?
Do it.
You know what?
I don't care.
You let us in. I'm gonna take us out. Hey,
Okay,
so
go
make
for it.
sure go and like and subscribe right down below. Comment as well, please. Go check out our anything and everything nerd style. We put up at least once a week. We do a new movie on what you want to vote on our Facebook. Go to our Facebook at anything and everything nerd style. Join up and cast your vote. Come join in on the fun. We fucking put up all kinds of fucking memes and shit. Like the Facebook group is fun. Come join it. Watch
Mainly
our
Star Wars movies.
watch our fucking shit. Watch our shit and get the fuck out of here, please.
Peace.